welcome back. Just a day away from September, but lawn work continues. Folks writing in with their lawn issues, so let's dive into viewer questions. Vicky writes in from the northwest side of Chicago. She's got crabgrass in her lawn in various places. She wants to know, how can I safely get rid of it without using chemicals that are harmful to people, animals, and the environment? Well, bummer to see crabgrass pop into your yard. Always an unwanted guest, though, as my dad said, if we didn't have crabgrass, we'd have no grass at all. Luckily, that doesn't sound quite like your situation. Crabgrass is certainly opportunistic and will pop up during periods of dry and warm weather when the grass around it is usually a bit parched. The most effective way to get rid of crabgrass, unfortunately, is to rip it up manually. It can be easiest done in the fall or in the spring when temps are comfortable and the ground soft. You can use a special weeding tool. You can get at the crabgrass from while standing, or just the back end of a hammer or the claw there can work too if you don't mind being on your knees. It's just important that you get the taproot along with that clump of crabgrass as well. You can overseed these areas with grass seed so it can overwinter. Now in the spring, after the second mow of the season, you can apply cornmeal gluten in lieu of a chemical pre-emergent herbicide. It's a tad complicated on the timing of when you'd apply it based on the weather of the moment and when you'd expect crabgrass to germinate in the spring. If you apply it at the wrong time, it can actually encourage weed growth. And a 2010 study from a Canadian university says it's not 100% effective, but it is organic and will not harm other plants or animals. Fran writes in to want to know, how do we keep our neighbor's Zoysia grass out of our flower beds and out of our yard? Well, fences make good neighbors, but pesky plant invaders can make being neighborly a tad more challenging at times. Zoysia grass is incredibly heat and drought tolerant, but this species of grass is creeping and mat forming. Zoysia grass can be very invasive and tough to get rid of once it's established, so you want to catch it early. From what I was able to ascertain, there are some chemical herbicides which will kill all the other plants too, so that's not an ideal solution for you. Zoysia grass spreads via underground rhizomes, but here's the trick, they're not all that deep. So a barrier at the fence line of just 6 inches deep will end up keeping all of that invading grass at bay, and while you're at it, you could easily pull up the grass that has already crossed that important fence line. Rich writes in, he's got a good soil in his place in Woodstock. However, he says, my common witch hazel is chlorotic on one half of the plant. He says he applied nitrogen in the spring, iron in the summer with no results. Do you have any suggestions of what to do to green this plant up? Well, that is an interesting dilemma you've got on your hands. Chlorotic means the yellowing of otherwise green plant tissues. Now, if only half of your hazel or witch hazel is chlorotic, it could point to localized issues. If one side of the tree roots have been damaged, perhaps from soil compaction or construction, that could be part of the tree not taking up nutrients effectively. Uneven watering can also lead to uneven nutrient absorption, and soil pH variances across the root zone can affect nutrient uptake. Pests or diseases can also cause chlorosis in specific areas of the tree. And a change in sunlight exposure can stress one side of the tree more than the other. Now, knowing how long the problem's been going on could also be helpful with that diagnosis. And as we get into September, keep those gardening questions coming. We'll only have the weekend gardening segment once a month in the cool weather season, but I'll answer all your questions as best I can and catch up with my backlog of garden questions from the summer. Just like always, email me here at the station, tjoyce@wgntv.com. Let me know where you live, and pics of your problem plants are especially helpful. Coming up next, your top stories and another look at the forecast.